Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. It's complete. Stills. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's Rosen to throw. That's Stills bringing it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Rosen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson now. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson now off the bootleg. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 5 now. Jackson, that's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, it's Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jackson. They complete it to Hill. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Here we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 47-yard line.
That 80, 48 smart. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. He's got the connection to Cooper. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Here we go.
These two teams all tied after 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
At the 19-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 50, Mike.
Throwing is Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. Let's go.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Evans. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bengals 1-yard line.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Say. Check. On
the toss play, Howard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jordan Howard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a set.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DeAndre Hopkins with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Ravens 13. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Play action. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
That's enough. Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On first and goal, Howard. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Rosen on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
On first down, it's Rosen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DeAndre Hopkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he finds Howard complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's Jackson. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. It's caught. Cooper. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 13-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a...
And that's caught inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Oh, he knocks him over. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 31 yards there and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. and the lead is up to 5.
Is good. Next to score, Bengals 28, Ravens 23. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Getting this quickly to Berrios. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
1st down, Bengals.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On play action, Rosen. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throws in to throw again. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And that's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running from the gun with Howard. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. He leaves this one for Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action. It's Rosen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. Now Rosen. He gets this one to Johnson. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Draw play, Rosen to Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Rosen to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
I got you.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cincinnati, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.